Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Today we have a December daily advent for the wonderful Tracie Fox. Thank you for including me, Tracie. This is for day 7. If you've got here for the first time by clicking that link on the calendar, thank you for coming along. I hope you'll enjoy what you see and you might think about subscribing. You don't have to, but I hope you might think about it. The calendar, if you've clicked on the link for the calendar, then you'll already know where the calendar is, but the link for the calendar is down below for those that might not know. The calendar will give you every single make that's being done in the collaboration, but not until the date it's being done. So yesterday, if you clicked on number 7, you'd have just got my YouTube page, my home YouTube page. Today, when you click on number 7, you come to this video. So by the end of the month, you will have 31 videos live, but currently this is the 7th video that's live. If you haven't seen the other 6, then please go and see them, but not until you finish watching this one. The way Tracie's done this kit is she's got a wonderful kit called Dispatch, and she's festive it up. So this is Festive Dispatch. There are 2 kits, one is Ephemera and one is Pages. The Pages one isn't part of the collaboration, but if you wish to make a journal, you might want to go and get that. The Ephemera one is the one that's being used for the collaboration. If you know, money's tight, and if you'd rather not buy a kit, then you can still take these ideas and adapt them to other tags. And there is also the December Daily Advent Christmas Clusters, which is free ephemera for you to print yourself. Tracie's giving that free. There's going to be 4 sets of it. The first set is out. There'll be 4 sets by the end of December. So if money's an issue, then go along and join in that one. But that doesn't stop you watching the other stuff and getting ideas. I'll link the calendar for the December Daily Advent Christmas Clusters down below, and I'll put in a link for the first free kit down below. After that, you'll have to keep up in touch with Tracie's channel, which I'll link down below, and you'll be able to find out when the next freebie kit comes out. All the collaborators have been assigned a tag, a postcard, or an envelope to use on their day, and for me it's this tag here, and you will see there's 3 numbers here. These numbers aren't going to be on yours, they're just on us, so we knew that, you know, the person doing day 6 knew that was the tag they were using. Day 5 tag, I'm a day 7. So there's 3 tags, and then there's an envelope or a postcard, and then there's 3 tags and an envelope or postcard. These all come on 3s, which I've done to a page because I wanted to flip. For what I'm doing, I want one this way and one flipped. I know the writing's all back to front, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do about that. And what I now need to do is cut these out, and I will be back once I've done that. This is the original, this is an original, this is an original that's been cut apart, and this is the reversed image. I've cut off all the words bits, and I'm going to stick them on here, so that all the words that are the wrong way around are covered, even to having the little from there, the little to there, are all going to be covered up. The postage has a slant on the P, but if you cut it and set the P on the end of the E, can you see how that creates the P? And then I can trim off the end of the E for that. Let me just bring you up to date with where we got to. We've got the 2 tags. I'm also using this slide, which I've cut out the marked area, but I've also cut out the same bit on the back, and the way I did that was I just folded it and then I cut through both layers you didn't need to see me doing that. So I've now got a slide that's got 2 apertures instead of just the one originally. And I've also got another lovely little bit to put in my tins. So this is done. This is one of the hidden paper clips. So this I'm going to be using. And this is 2 of Tracie's faux micas, which I'm going to use in there. So should we start by doing that, and then that's got time to set. I just need to trim that corner a wee bit. Use my glue scissors because that's still a bit wet. I just want to trim that off so I've got, I know I've got, then got a bit of paper to stick down. One other thing before we start assembling, and then we've got more decoration to do once we have assembled. This is the little tiny bits, as you can see, and I want to see if I've still got a flag, and that flag's bigger. Let me think. I could recut that. I have actually got one of them anyway, haven't I? I've got this one on this here. So let's just cut this one out. This was on the spare tag I made so that I had my words the right way round. And yes, you could just cover over the words. If I didn't say that earlier, you don't need to do that fiddly bit I did. You could just cover over the words should you wish to. I'm just going to cut that straight along the top like that. So that's that tag that goes there. And what we could do is, and I might regret doing this, what I should do is I should find some green paper and just cut some out, because if I cut that tag down I'm then going to regret having cut that tag down, aren't I? Or I could cut out a couple of tags from this spare bit that I now have because of, let's do that. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Let's ink that up. I want to put something on. Oh, we could put a star on it. Put a star on it? No, the star kind of gets lost. I have taken out a bit of, this is, there's a woman who does, makes her own, weaves her own Harris tweed. And she sells, she then makes it into things, and I've bought a couple of things from her, but she also sells her offcuts, and I just love getting these offcuts, and this one in particular I thought was just so kind of, it had a kind of Christmassy vibe going on it, so I might use that somewhere on here, but not on there because it's too big. What might I put on here? I might put a word or something. This is my little, well, not just my little, but this is my words are in this one. And then I have littler words down here at the bottom. Things like, oh, the airmail might be quite cool on that. That's about the right kind of size, isn't it? I quite like these seals and things as well. I don't know if there's a seal that's little enough. There are some small ones, but I don't know if there's one that's small enough, because that's too big really, isn't it? It's too big for on there. But I quite like that airmail. Shall we just stick that on, or shall we just, I think I just want to trim it slightly. Yeah, see that, just, I like that, just that bit smaller. Yes, I like that. So let's just stick that down on there. Now, I'm not going to stick that on there just now, because what I'm going to do is once this is, these two are going to be end up back to back, and once I've done that, I've got a little bulldog clip that's almost exactly the same size, so that's what's going to hold them together, hold that on there. I want to make this have a little pocket in here, so I just want to put a little trim down both edges. And what I hope you've been enjoying everybody's bits and pieces, and this is going to go round there, and on this side it's just going to go round and over him, and on this side it's going to tuck underneath there, and this bit here underneath those two. That's why I unstuck them, so that it could tuck underneath there and underneath there. And we have this kind of cracked one, because this is naughty and this is nice. I want to stick down this side first because it's going underneath these bits, so I want to have the flexibility to be able to shift it to get it underneath. Want to crease that down a bit. I'm just using my fingernail, and this arrow is now less of an issue because it starts off underneath there. I'd still love to be able to just see that arrow's even the wrong way. I could take it like that and just put that over there. Oh, I might just do that. I quite like that. Let's do that. Right. And then this one's just going to stick straight over him. Let's just make sure we've got it all nice and square. There we go. Now I did at this point, I'm going to use the paper clip up here, and I did at this point think I could make it into like a little notebook, and by all means you can do that, but I decided because of the whole thing with this clip here, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to stick this down rather than making a paper clip, because if I made it a little notebook, you see, then that can become what keeps the notebook closed, and then you can, but I've changed my mind. But you've got that option should you wish that you could make that into a little notebook. So I'm going to put that little red one on there. There we go. And I do have got the tiny ones with their tiny little crossheads. There we go. There's one there. Now let's just put this in here. I'll just take this up. I'm going to put it at an angle to give it more of a kind of, well, almost kind of poinsettia that way, isn't it? So I could put it straight on, but I'm actually purposely going to put it on like that to give it a kind of more of a red star, poinsettia, whatever you want to call it. Actually, I'm just thinking I might put a bit of this underneath that. Let's see. I don't want a bit as big as that because that's just going to be too big and bulky, but if we cut it off there. How's that going to look? That's going to get in the way of... What side am I going to put? I'm going to put that on that side. So let's put this on this side then. Maybe put it that way round. Oh, we've got a little clip there as well. Look, I missed that little clip there. I've got one of these clips somewhere. Oh, but mine are way too big. But what I could do is let us use a little one, and we could just put something in there. What would we put in there? Going to have to be quick. That's going to upset. Let's just pull that back up for a second. What can we have in there? Let's put a little label-y thing. Oh, actually that's quite good because you've got Dear Santa, North Pole Mail. So I do like that bit. Oh, there was a handy written bit. There we go. That one. That one. See, we've got the boys. Santa North Pole. Look at that. That's excellent. Let's just put that. That's it. Ink it. And I think that one. Oh, I love it. Love it. Right, let's stick that down. Just wondering whether I want to put something under here. I don't think I do, but we will add some bits on top of it, I think, once we've stuck this down. I wanted to do a bit of stamping. I've got, I'm going to do it heat embossed. I've got my Tracie Yuletide Dreams Winter, and I'm going to use the snowflake. There we go. I should have done this before I put the dangle on really, but never mind. And I'm using Wow's holographic. Well, I've got the subtle look I wanted, and that was the point. I didn't want it to be to overtake the rest of it, but you can just see it catches a light with a wee holographic sparkle on the snowflakes. And then I want to stamp on something, a word for along here. I've got this bit of thing. I was just practicing how I had to put my thing on. This is an old bit from my calendar that I cut off from something else I was doing. Let's just take that out because we could use that lovely bit of paper down there. And for this one, I want to use these other stamps from Tracie, which are the Yuletime Dreams text. Now, some of these are too Basically, Dear Santa would be nice, but it's way too big. Oh, Jingle Bells. Let's have Jingle Bells. Let's try peeled paint. And let's also try barn door. I'd quite like to have this torn edges, but that isn't going to work because of it's too okay. I like that colour. I'm not convinced of the paper because it's not torn edged, which is interesting because of course there's no torn edges on there. Oh, I wonder, because I'll use these somewhere else anyway, probably. Well, I think I prefer that one. Is that just because I've cut it in neater? As in closer? Yes, because that now looks better. I'm wondering about putting on a bit of material instead. What have I got in here? One of my father's old handkerchiefs. He was always had handkerchief, and I'm not talking about like a posh handkerchief in a pocket. He always had a handkerchief to use. And when he died, it was the one thing of my mother's, of his kind of clothes and things that my mum just couldn't get rid of for some reason. Though she used to curse them when he was alive because she used to iron them all, and he always had to clean one every morning and when he went to work and every evening when he got home from work. But lovely cotton, and some of them were linen, and I just thought I can use them in my crafting. When she died, I thought I can use them in my crafting, and that stops them still being thrown away. Yes, I like that. Let's do that. Oh yes, I really like that. We want to stick this down. I want to stick something on here. Oh, Santa delivery. This is the nice side, isn't it? So Santa delivery. Got to put the naughty and nice on yet as well. That's the Santa North Pole, but this one's actually Santa delivery because it's nice. This tag's going to be used later on in the series. Somebody else has got this tag. I'm just going to cut off that top bit. There's so many things you could do with this. This is just, and there is a page. If you buy the actual pages kit, there's a page that's like this with the naughty and nice. So many things you could do with this on this ledger paper. It's just wonderful. Stick in gold beside the nice, because this one's nice. And then using my red Posca pen, I want to do a cross because this one's naughty. Right, put that away. Put that away, put that back. Oh, that's a handy bit, isn't it? I'll keep that bit. Put that there. Let's stick Naughty on first because Naughty will be dry. Let's ink it. Naughty because you broke the window. Put the Naughty down there like that, I think. And this one up. He's nice. I'm going to put it there just because that is all kind of hidden underneath there. So we'll just, oh, we could put it that way. No, we'll put it that way. I forgot I was going to lose sight of the Christmas in that Christmas mail when I did that one. Let's just pull it over a wee bit like that. I should have really inked that up before we stuck it together so I could have got the ink on the inside of that pocket. What do I still need to do? I still need to make this hole. But there we go. There we go. Right. Let's get in there and just do a bit of inking on the bit that's going to show. And then I'm going to put that in from this side. And then make sure it's kind of a continuation of on that side. And what we need to do on this side is, where did I put them? Nice and safe up here. I remembered. Okay, so this is the one I cut out from the card I cut out all the words from, so the words were the right way around. So that means I can now cover that back up again, and it's actually got a flag. It's whether I want to put the flag on top of all that. I want to put the flag on top of all that, so it's actually, I think maybe we do. Or do we want to put it underneath so it's, we want to put it on top because it's a flag. Or do we want to put it underneath? So we can see we could put it underneath that and leave it on top of that one. Or we could put it all the way underneath. I think I'm going to put it right on top. I might allow some of those bits to be over it like that. Some to be under it like that. I think maybe I've changed my mind and I want that underneath, but maybe we have just a couple of bits hanging out. Because you've got that red bit there as well, of course, haven't we? And that. Oh yeah, I like that. That's cool. Tag for the pocket, don't we? Let's have a look. Oh, we could use one of these images, couldn't we? Let's see what we got. Oh, I quite like that, actually. Let's see, we'll use one of those. I've got to make sure I don't make it too bulky. What shall we use? Which one shall we use? Or two shall we use? Or we'll put a tab. Put a red tab or a green tab? Red. It's all very red then down that bottom half, isn't it? Let's use a green. Let's use a green tab. Yeah, because the December's green as well, isn't it? So that would make sense. Oh, we could use one of these letters as well, couldn't we? One of these wee envelopes. Do I like that one? Would that fit on there? Just about. That one. That one doesn't. That one's a bit too. Quite like that one actually. Just to make them stand out a bit more, because I want them to stand out a bit more on here, because I wanted to do something with that one, so we'll just do that with all of them. Now this, I'm putting this on a ring, so what I need to do now is I need to punch a hole for the ring, and is this dry now? Yes. So let's just do the wee cross heads in there, and in there, and in there, and in there. And do we want to do anything in this back? That's the bit that came from the top of the card that had the naughty and nice on it. Oh yeah, like that. Let's stick that in the pocket. Where's the pocket? The pocket's this side. Well, here it is, a finished tag, and I've put it on the ring using a bit of butcher's twine, Christmassy butcher's twine, because I didn't like it straight on the ring without the twine. We have our little bulldog clip with the little flag I made. We have our specimen slide. Well, it's not really a specimen slide. We have our slide, which has been folded over to have nice and naughty. Naughty demanding a stocking full of gifts, despite having broken the window. And we've got the other side of the little bulldog clip here with a green bit. And we've got our Dear Santa tag inside there. Can you see the... I can see them, but they're not showing up on the wee snowflakes. They're not showing... Oh, there's a bit. There's a holographic. This is showing up fabulous from where I'm looking, but it's just not catching really on the camera. The jingle bells and the snowflake were Tracie's stamps, and I just love it. Love it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Tracie, for allowing me to be part of the collaboration. You'll find all the details down below. Until next time, you take care. Keep crafting. Bye for now.